Gary Russell Jr. Yeah, that's right. Gary Russell Jr., not Gary Antoine Russell. Mr. Gary Russell, the little big brother, had some things to say about Shakur Stevenson. Now, the last time we seen Gary Russell Jr. was against Mark Magasayo over 2 years ago, right? In a fight where I felt, me personally, that Gary Russell Jr. got the short end of a decision, right? I felt like Gary Russell Jr. won that fight with one arm. But nonetheless, Gary Russell Jr. hasn't been in the ring since. And yeah, he has some interesting things to say about Shakur Stevenson. And for Shakur Stevenson, as we know, he's still looking for his next upcoming opponent. He's still looking to fight Devin the Dream Haney. It's not looking like that fight's going to be happening anytime soon. But Gary Russell had this to say, quote, "I'm one of those people that give credit where credit is due. I feel as though Shakur, out of all of them, is the nicest." So he's saying that Shakur Stevenson, out of Tank, out of Devin, out of all the young guns, right, Shakur is the nicest. Then he says, "I think he could fight better than all of them. But with that being said, when Shakur's little ass was at 126, I was on his line too. I was trying to get Shakur. Shakur moved from 126 and went to 130 real quick." Wow. So Mr. Gary Russell said that Shakur Stevenson got the heck up out of Dodge when Gary Russell started walking down that street. Then Gary says, "If Shakur Stevenson is willing to fight me next, I'll be more than ready to take him on next. He knows he can get it too." Wow. So Gary Russell Jr. says Shakur Stevenson can get it. Gary Russell Jr. says that he moved up to 130 real quick, right? Got the heck up out of Dodge. So Shakur Stevenson, I expect him to react to this, right? Gary Russell Jr., one may question, is he past his prime now? As we know, for the smaller guys, the smaller fighters, they don't tend to last as long as some of the bigger guys as far as prime. You know, the first thing that tends to go is the speed. And a lot of the smaller fighters tend to rely on speed and reflexes, right? And those usually are the first things to go as you get older. And we haven't seen Gary Russell Jr. in the ring in over 2 years now. So one would question, is Gary Russell Jr. just doing this for a payday? Is he just doing this just for a little bit of clout? Whatever the case, man, Gary Russell Jr. was supposed to be one of the best fighters in the sport of boxing. For years, he couldn't get the certain opponents in the ring, you know, and it's a travesty, really, right? Gary Russell Jr. was the man throughout the amateurs and going to the professional rankings. He was supposed to be one of the pound for pound best fighters in the sport of boxing. But unfortunately for him, his career just didn't pan out that way. And yeah, Gary Russell Jr., Shakur Stevenson, it will be an interesting fight, right? But I think at this particular point, I'll get an edge to Shakur Stevenson. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.